Alright, what's up? I just woke up. I'm about to start my stream. But before that, I remember that someone asked me for a PC slash Overwatch related optimization guide, and that's exactly what I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to walk you through exactly what it is that I do on every computer that I'm intending to play Overwatch on. And these might not be the best things to do, but these are the things that I do. I install a computer, I reinstall fresh computer, I do all these things before I start playing. Habit, or because I'm just like, this is the settings that I have experienced just the best performance with. So I'm going to start with just my Windows setting or my NVIDIA settings. And you go here for the manage 3D settings. You walk through all these options and put them at the same as me. Generally, everything's turned off. Pre-rendered frames and virtually pre-rendered frames are on 1, and they should stay on 1. And everything else is just maximum performance and off. All these things, pretty self-explanatory, just for maximum performance, not necessarily for the game to look good. And then on Windows 10, I also just walk through all of this, go through all of this and turn all these things off. All these things off. I think some of them are already off, but you just turn everything off. You don't want, because I've had weird frame drops that I couldn't explain, and I turned all of this off and they disappeared on this specific computer. Not necessarily on all computers, but that's what I've experienced is best for at least me. And after that, I always turn off Cortana, because fuck Cortana. I just like searching, right? I mean, by doing this, you have to go through regedit, and you do that by, I have it turned off. Registry editor, and oh, it's on the wrong monitor. Second. And you want to go to this search path, which I'll probably post just in the description. But generally, you just find your way from the top. You go to local machine, software, policies, Microsoft Windows. And then if you don't have a Windows search already, you create a Windows search file. And then you right-click Windows search, and or you create a new key, rather. A new key named Windows search. And in Windows search, you want to create a new D word, which the D word should be named allow Cortana, and it should be a 32-bit value. And you set the value data to 0. After that, you restart your computer, and Cortana's pretty much just gone. You killed her. You actually just fucking murdered Cortana. And then after that, in-game. So for in-game, pretty quickly, I'll go through my settings and explain why I use them. It's nothing crazy. It's just low settings for a reason, though. Back in closed beta, I think every pro player used 75% render scale, because 100% render scale provided input lag, but the most consistent FPS and a playable resolution scale that you could use was 75%. Some players played with 50. I played with 50 for a while, but yeah, I put everything on low. Everything's on absolute lowest settings possible. Personally, I kept my FPS at 169 because I'm immature as fuck, and my render scale at 75, and that is so I can put my sim value right here to the very lowest value as possible, because the lower this is, basically the lower input lag you have. The game doesn't look too bad in 75% render scale. You can get used to playing it like this. It's very simple. Just grinding it out. If you use 100%, it might look a bit worse, but personally, I don't really care how the game looks. I just care about how it feels to play, which is why I even played 50% render scale at one point back in closed beta, because it felt better to play. My mouse aim felt more responsive, but as you can see now, my sim value stays the same at 5.9, and it doesn't really go lower, so there's no reason for me to use 50%. So I play 75% because that's what I'm used to, and I've played 75% for like the most of my career. There are some alternative things you can do to change like how well the game performs, and personally these things haven't really affected me that much, but I know this is a thing that you can use, or a thing that you can do to make sure that the game runs as well as possible. Some people launch Overwatch straight from the Overwatch search path, like instead it's straight from the file itself instead from Battle.net, and say that that works better. Personally, I've never done that because I haven't noticed a difference, but I know that people have proven that there are differences for them. So you should try that out, launching it as administrator, and making sure making sure nothing else is like eating up your memory or your CPU. So turning off Discord is really good for that. If you turn off Discord, you might get more consistent FPS in the game. Turning off the actual Blizzard application launcher is also really good for more consistent FPS in the game. So whenever I have problems on any PC, I generally make sure that no other applications that I don't use are on. Discord and the Battle.net application itself, or sorry, it's called something else now. Blizzard application. They updated it, right? The Blizzard app. Because it's for more consistent FPS and no frame drops. You can also unpark your CPU cores and just Google the guide. Parking your CPU cores is generally done by your software, so by Windows. If there's no legitimate reason why you should be having all your cores unparked, but sometimes that goes badly and you might get lower FPS, or you might get just worse performance from your CPU just by having parked cores. So I generally unpark my cores. No big deal. It's super easy. Just Google it if you want to do it. I can't think of anything else off of the top of my head other than setting like high priority for Overwatch and task manager and stuff like that. Yeah, this is just a quick video to explain just how I optimize my game. I'll probably post this sometime, edit out the awkward pauses, and if I think of anything else, I'll probably remake the video. Peace.